Praise the Lord, and welcome back to Abundant Life with Dr. Jacqueline Powell. Excited again to come and have a conversation with you and just kind of go over some of the things that we've been talking about. We've been talking about what it takes to have or to live an abundant life. And I've given you a few pointers. I talked to you about celebrating your success. That was the last time I talked to you, which was yesterday. Celebrating your success. And I talked to you about forgiving and forgetting. And, it takes work to be able to do that because sometimes, we want to meditate on the negativity and we want to hold people's, situations against them or, just look at things as if we are not human ourselves and we don't make mistakes and we don't have struggles. But if we keep that in mind, I think that we can have an abundant life to know that we're human and everybody else that we're dealing with is human. And we all deserve an opportunity to grow and to learn and to be better and to forgive one another. So that's important for us to do. A couple of days ago, I talked to you about making your own decisions and standing for something and not falling for anything. And I talked to you about meditating on positive thoughts. Well, today, the main word is to focus on learning a new skill. That's one of the things that will give you abundant life. And I talked to you about this program called Udemy. And some people call it Udemy, but it is a program that allows you to take different classes and earn some skills or learn some skills about, different jobs that you may apply for. I know that they had something on podcast. They had how to start a podcast in 5 days and, just different things like that. You can look at the list of things. It's UDEMY. And you look at those different things that they offer and you look at them and find some things that you may need to be sharper in, and I know I could use some extra computer skills and things like that, but I have so many things that I'm working on right now. Worked a little bit on my book today. I finished another chapter. I'm going through reviewing and adding new information in that. So I worked on that today. I also, am always just moving forward with some of the things that I'm working on, like with the podcast and with all of that. So, that is coming up. It's like coming up quickly. Okay, I said 90 days, man. It's going to be right at that 90 days at the end of this week because next week we're going to do one of the podcasts and I'll also continue to check in with you at least several times a day. Several times a week, not a day, several times a week. And so in doing that, I have made some phone calls with some people about who I can get to interview so that you can have some exciting interviews for those first couple of times that we start off. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But learning a new skill, always working on something. If you have difficulty, doing anything in your life that is important for you to learn, like reading, okay, just spend 15 minutes a day doing that, or just continuing to just learn some things that you can be better at. If there's something that you have on your job that you're not proficient in, then learn that. Spend a little bit of time every day to get better at that. But learning a new skill allows you an opportunity to have an abundant life because you don't know when you're going to need those skills. If it's something new that you're learning or if it's something that you should already know, just to kind of sharpen up a little bit on them. If you're not good at certain things, just to go ahead and pursue that. And that will give you a little more of an abundant life. The other thing I want to talk to you about is taking advantage of opportunities. There's so many opportunities out there for you to be able to advance yourself. If you think about even the current position that you may be doing, or even in your business, if there's some things that you want to make sure that you are qualified to do so that when a job opening comes or when you have an opportunity to expand your business. And so there's some things, like I said, that I am working on personally that would allow me to be able to move forward, but advantages that come to you, an opportunity that you can take something. I'll give you an example. So I'm a social worker and I feel like, among some other things, but in this particular case, I'm talking about my social worker role. So as a social worker, there was an opportunity to go and get certified in mind, body, and medicine, which is a technique to be able to work with people to be able to overcome all kinds of trauma, right? And so with all of the things that's going on now with, people being upset about different things that they're dealing with in life, there's a lot of trauma that they need to process. There's a lot of death and different things going on. Well, it gives me another skill to be able to help them. It's like as a life coach, as a counselor, as a social worker, now having the certification to be able to work people through some of the difficulty that they may be facing, is very useful for me. And so, but the opportunity came because, through the school district, they had like a grant that was, they were giving out through Eskenazi. Eskenazi Health had a grant that they were allowing people to go through this training for free. And so, instead of people taking advantage of this, and it ended up being like a 2-year process to be able to take it, but I didn't have to pay for it. And so I stepped into that role. I took, the different programs, took the different groups that was required and did the papers that were necessary. And now I'm a certified mind, body, and medicine clinician. And so that has really been a blessing to me because I can work with anyone. You know how sometimes if you only have a Christian background, a religious background, and you're working with someone in counseling, you can't really help them without talking about Jesus, because that's all your background. That's all you have. You got to have some other skills. And so even though I had other skills already, this just helped me to be able to help, when I say anybody, to be able to process some things. I've been coming out of a restaurant or something and seeing someone that is very upset about something. I remember a guy that I saw outside of a restaurant and was outside crying and just really going through about something. And I just stopped for a few minutes and started talking to him and had him to breathe with me. So that's part of mind, body, and medicine. Getting into the meditation so that your body will heal itself, so that your body will, everything will become stabilized in your body. It's like your blood pressure, your heart rate, and so all it is basically breathing in through your nose, blowing it out of your mouth, and continuing to do that. But you have to close down everything, get quiet, and do that. You can set 2 minutes on your phone and you can do that. And as you're thinking about that, you're breathing in through your nose and blowing it out of your mouth. You're getting rid of anything that you're thinking about. It's like one of the things that I say when I'm telling people to do that, I say, as the thoughts come, let them come, but let them go. Just release those thoughts. Continuing to breathe, and we activate what's called the vagus nerve. There's a nerve that is in the bottom of our stomachs. And it's like as we breathe, it comes up and it regulates our body. And so in understanding mind, body, and medicine, it's a scientific way of being able to help people to bring their blood pressure down and to be able to, help them get back to a healthy place, so that, that whole fight or flight thing, so that they can kind of calm themselves and to be able to just handle whatever it is they're dealing with. And we all need those kind of skills. And so that was an opportunity to take advantage of that. I took it upon myself to make sure I did that. And a lot of people around me was not doing that. And so now it's like I have opportunities that open up to me as a part of the crisis team for the school district. I'm a part of the crisis team for the state of Indiana through Eskenazi Health. And the whole mind, body, and medicine practice allows me, like I said, to be able to have some skills to help people calm down, to help them regulate, to help them to work through some things. And with all of the different crisis and traumatic situations that we're dealing with every day, we need some skills. And so that's one. Now you have that same thing as far as being able to breathe. Now with mind, body, and medicine, there's also other groups that we do. And so I'll be opening up an opportunity for you to join the group. And I can take 8 to 10 people, and we meet for 8 weeks, and we go through processing past trauma. And it's so amazing to me how people are really able to get in touch with some things that they hadn't been able to work through in the past. And it has actually been life-changing. And so you can look forward to me sharing that with you. I will have some people come to be a part of my interview for the podcast, to be able to talk a little bit about mind, body, and medicine. And so I'm going to open up the opportunity, like I said, for you to be a part of a group. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and send me a note and let me know that you're interested. Go ahead and make some comments. I will reach out to you. Leave me your information in the comments, and I will get back to you and I will let you know when we're starting group. There's different ways that I'm able to do that, because I have some different programs that I'm working with. Many of you know about my Now What program. Okay, it's called So You Think You're Called, Now What? And so in that program, I help people that are sensing a call to ministry to be able to step into their ministry. And so it's an 8-week process. There's 6 weeks of spiritual coaching. There's a conference they're required to do. There's some meditation. There's some journaling. And so it's just an opportunity to be able to work through so that you move from just thinking your call to actually gaining that confirmation and stepping into it. Even this Friday, we have 14 people that are going to be coming and going to be preaching, because we're an apostolic training center and we're allowing people an opportunity to grow. Take the opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunities that are afforded you. Sometimes we want things to open up for us, but then when they open up, we don't take advantage of it. So what's being opened up to you? What opportunities are there for you to learn more, to even be mentored or to be encouraged? What is out there available for you that you have not taken advantage of for whatever reason? I want to encourage you to take advantage of that, because you don't know what doors God is opening up and trying to allow you an opportunity to learn this, because you're going to need it in the next phase that he's taking you through. And so I just want to encourage you with Abundant Life. It means that we're going to continue to grow and to learn more about what it is we can do to have a greater life and help the lives of others. Because I told you, even in you having abundant life, it's all about also helping somebody else to be blessed. Amen. So please subscribe, share, and to like. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing, and continue to meet me here. And I'll be excited to give you more information about the podcast. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.